Okay, I want to do a Yankee video for today's video. Hopefully this will be uploaded soon today. It is Sunday, my upload day. I want to talk about the guy that Yankees got from the Marlins, Jazz Chisholm. Okay, I live in Southwest Florida. I'm originally from Staten Island, New York, Great Kills. I grew up most of my life in Maryland. I'm a Yankee fan, but I have now lived in Florida for like 9 years. I've seen all of Jazz Chisholm's career. He is the real deal, folks. He is really good. I would say that we're not going to be disappointed. The one drawback to his game and to who he is as a person is he's a little injury prone, but man, the guy has power. He's a lefty. He gets on base. He's got speed. He plays good defense. He could probably play third base, second base, shortstop, probably some first base. He could play the outfield competently. I mean, if we get a third baseman, that guy from the Rays that everyone's talking about, we could then move this guy if there's problems with Verdugo. We could bench Verdugo, and Jazz Chisholm could be the starter, essentially, and that could work. I keep turning this way because I'm looking at the clock. I'm just looking. I don't know why. I'm into looking at the clock right now. But yeah, Jazz Chisholm, really good player, and he had a good relationship with Derek Jeter. He considered him like a father figure. And Jeter, I think when he was owner, they drafted Jazz Chisholm. So they're really close. He told this really heartwarming story about how he was supposed to meet Kobe Bryant, his hero, and Kobe's plane crashed, and he called Jeter crying, Derek Jeter crying, and Derek Jeter told him, "You got to be my hero. This guy was your hero. You got to be my hero. You got to become the star of the Marlins." So they ever since then they had like this great like father son relationship, and Derek Jeter was a mentor to him. So I think like one, we probably got the deal done because someone who used to work in the Yankees organization, Rachel Balkovec, who was the first woman manager in pro baseball at any level. So that's like minor league, major league, whatever. And Rachel Balkovec got a job as a like player scout or personnel, whatever. She does all the player stuff, the scouting and stuff for the Marlins, and she knows our organization. So I'm sure she put a lot of info into the players that they got from us. We might be able to yet again make a trade with the Marlins for maybe some pitching, some starting pitching, maybe some bullpen help, get something going there. I would say the only drawback to this deal is we couldn't get maybe a bullpen arm, but maybe there's more to come in that regard. I'm hearing the Rays might be willing to trade their closer, although his numbers aren't quite as good as they used to be. It would still be better than Clay Holmes' numbers, probably. It would probably be a better situation. He does have this condition, from what I hear, where in cold weather he has a nerve condition, but I don't know. I would think if he's willing to play for the Yankees, that if he's willing to play baseball in general, he has to know that's a risk, and we have to if we're going to take that risk, we gotta do our due diligence and make sure this is not going to be a problem. Maybe he's on some kind of medication for it. Who knows? Um, that shouldn't be a deterrent to get this guy. Um, and we definitely need some bullpen help. We definitely. I was listening to one podcast where the guy said we need first base help. Come on, we got Ben Rice, man. The guy's raking at the plate and he's playing great defense. And why switch that up? I think our biggest needs have to be uh, maybe one more infield guy to play third base. Because although Jazz Chisholm probably could play third base, probably has the athleticism to do it, he hasn't done it in like 6 years. So, you know, so maybe a third baseman, um, maybe they go probably bullpen, and a starting pitcher. Maybe a couple starting pitchers. Who knows? Maybe that's asking for too much, but at least one starting pitcher, one bullpen arm, and a third baseman. If we do that, and then we could stick Jazz either could like if see the thing I don't like about Gleyber Torres, a lot of people like him, but he's streaky as hell. Really, he's super streaky. So if we stick with him, we're just asking for trouble with his streakiness, and he's gonna run into a cold spot again. So he's gonna be a free agent at the end of the year. I would let him walk. We got better options. Actually, Jazz Chisholm could be an option at second base if we let him walk. And I think Jazz Chisholm has control for I don't know how many years, but it was definitely worth doing it just for the controllable years that he has. So I would say this is a very good deal. Anybody who has doubts about it, just know I've watched this guy a lot. I've watched a lot of Marlins games over the years. I mean, I predominantly watch Yankees, but I'm a baseball fan. I like to watch baseball. I can't watch Marlins and Rays now because the games are blacked out on Xfinity because of some bankruptcy thing, and they don't want to make a deal with. I don't know who to believe. Xfinity tells me they don't want to make a deal with them. They tried to give them every fair shot they got, and they said no. But apparently, I can't watch the Rays, the Yankees when they play, or if they play the Marlins. So that's kind of I can listen to them on the radio. Apparently, if I get the at bat thing, which I have. I think I have it anyway. But yeah, it total rip off on that end of it. But so I can't. Years past I was able to watch Jazz Chisholm, and he is really good. He's really the real deal. Really good superstar. Probably the Marlins' best hitter. I wouldn't like lie to you guys. This is a really big trade, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. He's probably going to be in the lineup tonight. Going to get our first look at him tonight against the Red Sox in Fenway. And let me just say, as a diehard Yankee fan since I've been a little boy, I've seen the dynasty years. I saw before the dynasty years when Mattingly was on the team and they were just getting good again, and then the strike in '94, and they were probably going to go all the way that year maybe and face the Expos or something. The Expos were the hot team in the National League that year, and that probably is why they ended up in Washington. So, as a Yankee fan, I gotta be honest. I always used to really despise the Red Sox, and I guess 2004 changed me. That was the start of it. I always had this. Oh, we gotta beat them because the curse of the Bambino, and I couldn't live that up, and if we lost, and then but then they won finally in 2004, the Red Sox, and they are the winningest team in baseball in the 21st century. So they're just another team to me, and I respect the hell out of all the rivals, especially the Red Sox and Baltimore, and all those rivals are really tough. The Rays are always really tough, even when they're not good. They always give us trouble. So I don't hate the Red Sox. I'm going to be honest. I don't hate the Red Sox. I don't like the fighting going on in the stands when and it happens in both stadiums. It happens in Yankee Stadium. It happened in the old Yankee Stadium. It happens in Fenway. But any stadium where the Red Sox and Yankees are playing, there's going to be fights in the stands. And it's a combination of people getting too drunk and just saying stupid stuff and getting into fights and screaming stuff. Just really, I hate when you go to a game and there's guys screaming obscenities and disgusting things. I don't like when people say this team SUCKs. Really, they're kids at the game, and this argument that kids hear worse in school or something, that's not an excuse for using vulgar language in front of kids. I don't know. Kids shouldn't be hearing this stuff at a game. But again, a big reason for this is drunk people in the stands who cause trouble. On both sides. It goes on both sides. And I don't hate the Red Sox. I don't hate the Orioles. I don't hate any of the rivals. I respect Toronto's. I love the city of Toronto. It looks beautiful. Boston's a beautiful city. Baltimore's a beautiful city. Tampa Bay is a beautiful city, and that whole area. Even though they really don't play in Tampa Bay, they play in St. Pete. But yeah, it is what it is. I respect the hell out of all the rivals, and I don't hate them. I do I like it when they beat my team? No, I don't. But I don't think there's any place for hate in sports. I know Houston cheated, and I really don't like that. I really don't like that. And Boston even cheated. And I know the Yankees had what was it, the phone thing, the pager thing, whatever they had going on. But nothing was ever proven in that. Nothing was ever, I'm sure everybody's cheating somewhere, but to actually have it blatantly done, that bothered me. I guess it still bothers me that, though, out of all the guys that got in trouble, out of all the cheating, they're all back in baseball except Carlos Beltran can't get a job. Carlos Beltran can't get a job as a manager. That bothers me. That really bothers me. And I wouldn't mind if he gets back into managing, maybe even the Yankees someday. What would you guys think, Yankee fans? If there are any Yankee fans out there listening, or watching, would you be in favor of replacing Booney with Beltran, or would that just be equally as bad? My personal favorite for manager of the Yankees, when Boone's done, would be Luis Sojo. Usually either catchers or utility players are really good, and he was a really good utility player who could basically do anything, including pitch and catch. He could do anything, any kind of position. So Luis Sojo would be my choice. I guess my second choice would be Don Mattingly. I think he did a good job with the Dodgers. I think he did a good job with the Marlins. Especially a good job with the Dodgers. Kind of got a raw deal there. So those are my two choices. I would go with either Luis Sojo or Don Mattingly. And I guess it's a dark horse choice would be Carlos Beltran. Although he's never managed, he seems like a good leader, and he would probably have a good rapport with the Latino players and stuff. So that would be kind of cool. So anyway, that'll be my video for right now, and I'm just gonna say Jazz Chisholm, really good pickup, really good pickup. I think we're gonna like this guy. I think we're gonna really enjoy seeing him play. So anyway, may the force be with you. Let's go Yankees, and God bless.